Let's see how we can customize the theme of our Compose application. We have three approaches to customizing our Compose theme. The first one is by extending material theme. The second one is by replacing some design types of material design system or material theme. And the third one is by designing a completely custom design system to use instead of material theme. In this video, I'm going to talk about the first one, extending material theme. Let's see how it works. The easiest way to customize a specific property of your theme is by adding an extension property to your theme. For example, I have a floating action button and I want to have a custom color for it. Because this is a minor change that I want to apply to material theme, I can add simply an extension property to material theme to be used whenever I want to customize my material floating action button. So let's see how it's done. And before that, note that this is a simple application that I have created. It has a material scaffold with top bar, with button bar, and some components that are designed with very simple design here. So I go to the theme.kt file and add my extension property here. Because it's part of the colors class, and we know that colors is used by material theme, I define it like this: val colors dot fab color. Let's name it fab color, and its type we know that is color, and to access it I make it a getter, and then I say if is light, which means if we are using a light set of colors, then use this color, return this color, otherwise return this color. And which colors? Let's design them, let's define them. I fill them with F so that I can access this nice icon here and I can customize it. Let's see, let's say for the light theme we want to have let's use this drop down over here, this color. For the light theme, let's use the 300 intensity of this color, the second color from the top left, and I'm gonna copy and paste the same color for the second color, and then I open the icon and then select the higher intensity for the dark theme, 700 intensity, the same color. Okay, now that we have defined an extension property that is a goodness from something good, some good characteristic of the Kotlin programming language, allowing us to add an extension property to a class, we can use it wherever we want inside our application. In the definition of my floating action button, which is located in main activity, I go and find my floating action button and then look for customization of colors. By pressing Ctrl P, I can see that it has, thankfully, background color and content color. I can customize either of these. I customize background color. And just to show you how it works, I access material theme dot colors and then my custom property fab color. This might look a little bit miraculous to you, but it's nice. It's nothing special. It's just an extension property for the colors class, which is in turn used by the material theme object. If you open material theme, you can see that it has a member of colors that is using the local colors composition local, allowing us to use some special values of colors. Okay, let's refresh the preview to see if the effect is applied. Nice. So you can see I have two previews, light and dark, and I get the intended colors for light and dark, the colors that I defined for the floating action button. What I just showed you was a simple and minor change that I wanted to have in my material theme. But what if we have a little bit more complicated customization to do? For example, we are defining a set of colors like background color and content color that we want to use for buttons. In that case, it's recommended not to use extension properties. Instead, we are recommended to use a special class that we define to encapsulate those custom values, those custom properties. I create an immutable data class for that, and you need to make it immutable to make it compose friendly. Data class, I'm gonna name it my button colors. For this custom class, I'm gonna define two properties, background color and content color. So val background color as the first member, and Android Studio is playing intelligent here and making me a little bit nervous. Background color, its type is color, and then I have content color, color. And once you have defined your custom class, you need to define also a local composition for it. And later we'll probably have a dedicated section to talk about composition locals, but for now, composition locals allow us to provide our custom values to UI trees, something like what global variables do in programming languages. So let's define val local my button colors. We define our static composition local of. We define the composition local using this function, static composition local of. We import it, and then I specify an instance of my button colors, my custom class, with initial values of color dot unspecified for background and color dot unspecified for content color. Okay, my local composition variable is ready, and now I need to pass it to my theme and to my UI tree. This is a tricky part, but you will easily get a hold on. We need to create an instance of the class that we created to pass it with the values that we want to the UI tree. So my button colors, I create an instance of my button colors with the values that I want. For background color, use this value, and for content color, use this value. Which value? Let's now define them. If is system in dark theme, if we are in dark theme, use this color, otherwise use this color, and we will define the colors shortly. And for the content color as well, if is system in dark theme, use this color, otherwise use this color. Note that you will not normally need to do that, defining both colors, background color and content color. Material theme has a specific function called content color for that allows us to have automatic content color selection for the given background color. But because I'm talking about defining custom classes that customize our theme and use it for our theme, this is how we do it. So is system in dark theme use this color? Which color? FF 0 0 0. If okay. I had an error with my if statement. If we are in dark theme, then use this color for background. Which color for the background? Let's see. For the dark theme, use this color for the background. And if we are in light theme, then for the background use this color, for example. And for the content color, let's define the colors that we want. Use the black color as the content color in dark theme, and in light theme use, this is just an arbitrary color that I'm defining. I will customize it. In the light theme, use this color. Use, for example, white as the content color. In fact, let's replace them. In the dark theme, use white color as content color, and in the white theme, in the light theme, then use a black color as the content color. Alright. Now that we have defined our custom value, let's provide it using a composition local provider to our UI tree. Composition local provider with some body that we will fill in soon. Let's import composition local provider and provide our values inside its parentheses. We are only providing one value, one composition local, and it is local my button colors. So local my button colors provides, this is how you should use it. Local my button colors, the name of your composition local, then the infix function provides, and then the value that we want to pass along. The value is this, my button colors. So my button colors, and then the body that we want to take the effect of this composition local is this material theme. In fact, this way we are wrapping material theme with our custom theme. This is also the meaning of extending material theme, because we are relying mostly on the properties of material theme, but we are also passing our customizations to material theme content. Okay, now in order to use it, instead of making the customizations directly to a composable like our button, because we are defining the customizations with that class for the buttons, instead of directly applying them, we will define a custom composable and then wrap the material composable inside that composable and apply our theming values to inside that composable. Let's see that in action. I go to main activity and I'm gonna create a custom button. I type comp and then press enter. I name my composable my button, and because I want this to look like a button and act like a button, it should have a signature similar to material button. So I'm gonna define its signature with one parameter named onClick, which is lambda, a modifier with an empty modifier as its default value, and also its content, which is a composable lambda. Composable, and because I want to allow the content that is passed to the button to be placed in a row, I'm gonna make this a row scope. This way. Content type is a composable and it's defined like this. Okay, now let's use the button, material button. For the onClick of button, I'm gonna pass the onClick value that I have received. For modifier, I'm gonna pass the modifier that I have received. And for the content, I pass the content. Then where do we apply those customizations that we intended to apply? We will apply them using the color related parameters of button. And fortunately, we have colors for it. Colors, we define it with button colors, helper class. Sorry, it is button defaults, helper class, and then button colors function, allowing us to pass in custom colors for our button. For the background color, I'm gonna use the value that I have defined for the background, and for content color, I'm gonna use the color that I have defined for the content. But we don't have an object like material theme dot colors for our theme to access those values. What do we do now? Okay, we need to define an object or a singleton like what we have for material theme with the name of our theme. Its name is custom theming theme, so I copy its name, then I define an object with that name and pass the latest value of my local composition for the my button colors to that object, and put it as a member of this object. So val my button colors, its type is my button colors, and I'm gonna use it in compose context, so I'm gonna make it a composable get. Then I access it using local my button colors dot current, like this. Okay, after all this hard work, we can access that custom value using custom theming theme dot my button colors dot background color for the background, and custom theming theme dot my button colors dot content color for the content color. Okay, are we done? Not yet, because we need to replace the stock button that we have used in our UI with our custom button. Let's go to our UI tree definition and find the button, Where is it? It's here. Yes. Let's add the button here. My button. For the onClick, I'm gonna pass the value that I had previously passed to onClick for the stack button. So I copy that and I paste it here. Then I have modifier. For modifier, I add the modifications from the previous button. It's only an align parameter, so I add it here. And then I have the content. I'm copying the content and put it in the body of the button. Like this. Okay, now I can get rid of the previous button. Refresh the preview. There we go. As you can see, we have different set of colors for our button in light and dark theme based on the colors that we defined in our custom color set definition. And remember, it's important when you are extending material theme to wrap material components in your custom composables when you are applying custom material theming values, because otherwise you will pollute your application with a lot of complicated customizations that later it will be hard to manage. So keep that in mind. This was for how to customize your Compose theme by extending material theme. I see you in the next video.